Yo, we back with another solo leveling Arise video, and today we're going to be going over some news that had came in on the solo leveling Arise news channel, which is basically going to be covering gates, and then of course we also have something else that we're going to be talking about and showing on later on in the video. But first, we're going to just talk about this and my honest thoughts on it and opinion on this, and then from there on we'll get on to the second part of the video, which I'll pull up after I'm done with this, right? So first up, we're going to have some Gates improvements. In a recent notice, Netmarble has said that they're going to be making improvements to the Gates game mode. These improvements will be implemented on 6/12 Wednesday. So before I even get into anything below that, I don't mind Gates. But I always found like the biggest issue with Gates are the lack of sweeps and the difficulty that arises. That basically, when you start getting to a certain point, like a certain level, you kind of need to actually manually play to properly complete the challenge, because you can't really do it auto because it has some slight difficulty. And if you do not buy the battle pass, of course, then basically you're going to be running a lot of manual quests, and to do that every single day is very quite tedious. So I just wanted to get that out the way, because I know how annoying it is. I mean, obviously in my case I do buy the subscription. Excuse me, it wasn't a battle pass, subscription. I do buy it, but I know if I didn't have it, I know how much of a pain it would actually be. So I actually did kind of want to see some changes to it. There was a lot of other things that were issues as well, kind of like basically the rewards that you kind of get to it. Like, for, in my opinion, it's kind of like very minimal for me, considering I am very high in the gate levels, and it's to be honest, the rewards just don't seem that good, like for me personally. On top of that, after you do all your special like gate missions or whatever, and you claim all your XP, then the gold rewards that you would get after that were very like unimportant. Like you would get like almost nothing. Like this was barely like a level or two for a character, right? It was nothing of importance. But I just wanted to get some stuff out of the way that I did have, in my opinion, about the gates. The gates are fine. I just don't personally like the way that it's executed and kind of how it's managed. How the rewards don't feel sufficient. The amount of gates you have to do the missions in total, which is like 9, or it might be 10. I believe it's 10, because it's 3, 3, and 4, right, to get all the XP missions. So it's quite a bit. Even though you're trying to, if you get to a certain point in the high enough levels, you have about 15 keys. Now we're going to continue on with the post that's here. So below are the improvements. So basically there's going to be improvements and changes to it. So hopefully these address some of the issues and concerns I do have with the gates itself. Number 1, the gameplay difficulty for the Sun Jin Woo level 33 or higher gates will decrease. Okay, so as I was saying before, the difficulty was way too much for no reason, and there was a lack of rewards for it. It just, in my opinion, it was just too much manual. You had to play manually because it was just too hard, right? Like, not hard, but like you had to play manually to actually complete it. So it was actually annoying if you didn't have sweeps. So them decreasing the difficulty is actually going to be a very nice change and implemented into the game for overall health of it going forward, right? Number 2, the special gate gold reward will increase by 250%. That's nice. I felt like the special gold gates were kind of lackluster, and in most cases I wouldn't even bother touching them, because I'd rather just go get artifact enhancement chips and stuff like that than actually get like I don't know, what was it, like 10, 20k gold. That does nothing for me. It was just not enough, realistically. Like, you just waste too much gold at a rapid pace, and so many things require gold. I just didn't feel like those were like sufficient enough, or have enough importance or relevancy for me to actually participate in those. So I just never did the gold gates. I would only do the special red and purple gates, and then of course the blue gates for like artifact enhancement chips. Number 3, the available counts for special sweep will change. Before it was 5 special sweeps, now it will be 8. That's very nice. In my case, I have a very well-built account, so I'm able to do quite a bit of sweeps, up to like 13 sweeps in total. Not only counting like, from the special sweeps, but also counting the sweeps that you get for Sung Ji Woo's points and then your Hunter points. With 8, I'll probably be able to do all of them in total, like the complete 15 every day, without just leaving the 3 and ignoring them till the next day, because I couldn't be asked to actually manual the stage for the last 3 keys that I had. So this is going to be a good change overall for most players, and maybe some players might not feel a difference, but in most cases you should feel that difference because 8 sweeps is it's 3 more sweeps, right? So next up, you have the gate rescan cost will be adjusted. So before it was 30 essence stones, now it's going to be 500 gold. Now, what we do know is when you do refresh your essence stones, refresh the gates, rescan with essence stones, the price did scale higher as you continue to refresh it. I don't know if that has been changed. I haven't refreshed in quite some time, but as far as I'm aware, from like my time playing, it was previously. You would it would kind of ramp up the amount of stones that you would need to use. So I am quite curious if now that you have to use gold, will it be the same? Will it be like 500 gold at your first refresh, then your second refresh will be 1,000 gold, and then 1,500, 2,000, whatever, however many you decide to ramp up? I'm not sure, but overall, from the changes that I see here, it seems like good changes. These are like in good health. Like this is basically going to make your life easier. This is quality of life improvements. You cannot really be mad with those because you didn't have it before, and now you're having, they're basically going to make your life a lot easier. So you can't really complain with any of the changes that are here. These are basically all positives. Obviously, we won't know for sure until the actual release on the 12th when it does come out. But as far as what we see at face value on the paper, it looks very nice. These are nice bonuses and little tweaks and changes that are going to be very nice, for, like I said before, the health of the game and keeping the player satisfaction. And maybe you might have an easier time retaining, the player retention on the game because I don't have to be stressed out about doing manual gates every single day. Oh my God. The pain, you don't know the pain. Anyways, that was the first part of the video. So like I mentioned in the earlier part of the video, I did want to cover something that is going to be coming soon, which is going to be the Workshop of Light, right? But of course, with the Workshop of Light, there's most likely going to be a new addition to story and stuff like that. The reason for this is because in the Workshop of Light, in a previous leak that we've had a long time ago, we had images of Vulcan, right, as one of the bosses for the Workshop of Light, and Baron. And as we know so far, Baron is not actually in the game yet, right? But there was a video that's on YouTube that they had posted and is currently unlisted. I don't know why it's all unlisted out of nowhere, but it is now currently unlisted. And basically this is going to be kind of like a trailer for the update for when Baron releases. So of course, naturally, this is obviously for the story of, Baron coming and stuff. And then you're obviously going to also, he's also probably going to make an entrance, of course, in the Workshop of Light if they don't change anything. So I'm just pull it up right here, right? So we got this. This is going to be one of the, parts, of course. So we're just going to full screen this real quick. We're going to watch it. This is basically going to be, the little trailer update that's currently unlisted. So I know a lot of people actually haven't seen this yet because as far as I know from the unlisted video, it's only about like 600 views. Obviously from the time of recording this video, right? As far as I know, they haven't posted it, but there's a possibility by the time I actually upload this video, they might have posted it, right? So let's just get right in with the trailer or teaser of, Baron's entrance to the game Solo Leveling Arise.
Since this is a high-ranking magic beast, shall I test myself? Let's do it. This is the first time I've ever felt energy this strong. The big guys are coming.
All right, so basically, as you can see, that's the trailer for Baron, right? For when Baron actually releases. Pretty nice. As you can see, he had like the Demon King sword or whatever you want to call it. Right here, he had the Demon King sword. Pretty nice, Overall, he looks really good. Animations were pretty slick. We got obviously the art and everything from the manhwa and everything. Got all the trash mobs and fathers and stuff like that. And then we can see right here, it says 9/2024 update. Now, as far as I know, the Workshop of Light is going to be coming very soon. It's going to be within the month, right? It could be this month or early next month. And from what I know, if this was to come out in 09/2024, right? I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like referencing the date as in like June 9th, 2024, or if this is supposed to be referencing September 2024. I don't know how Netmarble classifies, or how they show their dates. But in America, normally this would, like, in my opinion, I would when I see this, I would think it's September, right? As we can see, they already had the trailer and everything. It's a possibility that they just unlisted it because the date could have been wrong, or it wasn't ready for actual release just yet. They were actually kind of waiting until like maybe this Sunday or something like that before they actually teased it. But as far as we know, they have it and it's here. So overall, I mean, we're going to be getting this not too far from now. It's going to be very soon, very, very soon. New story, basically, new quests, probably new challenges as well. New side stories, things like that. It's going to be pretty nice because now that means we're going to have more currency, etc., and stuff like that to actually pull with. Now, we know the Workshop of Light is coming soon, and they're going to be Baron's going to be one of the bosses for it if they don't change it, right? Because, like I said before, when we had the leaks for the Workshop of Light, it was actually in the leaks, right? So we saw that Baron was part of it, and so was Vulcan. So you had Vulcan, and then you had like a harder difficulty, which had Baron as well. So he's probably going to be in it, and since Workshop of Light is coming soon, my only assumption is that this Baron update is going to be relatively around the same time as well. There would be no reason not to put him, in the story already if we're going to have him inside the Workshop of Light, right? Like in a game mode. It's not going to make much sense, right? Like, why is he in the game mode and we haven't even actually met him in the story? But I mean, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit and ramble on a little bit, because I mean, this is going to be very important to the game, considering Workshop of Light is going to be a key factor in improving all of our accounts. It's going to be dropping new gear sets and all that stuff that we're going to be working on our characters, and there's a possibility that the old gear sets might not even be usable anymore. Who knows? All I know is this new gear set that's going to be dropping is going to be insane. The Baron update is going to be insane. I can't wait to read more of the story, because for me, as a person who doesn't actually read the manual, I'm kind of reading it through the game, and I'm kind of getting kind of like the gist of the story. Of course, there might be some parts that get cut out and stuff like that, but I'm kind of getting like a majority of it. And for me, this is going to be exciting because this is going to be like a first time experience for me as a person who's never read the manual before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm genuinely going to be excited for this update whenever it does drop. But I just figured I'd just show the trailer now because they already had the trailer up and all that. So it's like I might as well just show it, right? Like they had it up. I mean, I'm gonna post it. That's my job. I posted it. We get the news. We see the art. We see the trailer. It is what it is. I mean, you can't fault me for that. I'm excited, so I just kind of, I want to share it with everybody else. And Baron's coming. It's about to get wicked. I don't know what he does. I don't know who he is, but I'm gonna find out in a bit. You already know. So yeah, that's basically gonna be everything. We already covered the gates and with the update, and we already covered the Baron update. As far as we know, they're going to be implementing guilds. I do not know when. I have to take another look at the roadmap and see if they actually had like a defined date for their roadmap on guilds. But that's also going to be coming in the near future, and Workshop of Light is going to be very interesting as well, since Baron should be inside the Workshop of Light. Alright, well, that's going to be the end of the video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, peace.